delivered. We're going to weaponize the frick out of our Iron Man suits. Now, I'm going to go through a few disclaimers before we start this video. One, do not weaponize them in your dorm room, especially if you're trying to make it, like, flyable, because that will just... you won't be able to fly. You'll get pushed out of the border because you won't be able to even fly far at all. And the weapons, I mean, I guess you can do them. You could show it off in your dorm, but if you're actually trying to use this in a custom room, then I definitely suggest that you indeed actually do it in a custom room so that you have more space. Anyways, let's get started. Alright, so what better custom room to do this creation than the one and only Sir Scrubbun's room itself? Don't want to make a bad introduction. Alright, so remember, class is going to be quite soon. I'm just working out some of the issues with the actual rec room system itself. Alright, so... Alright, so as you can see, we got this right here. And, you know, the only thing you are going to need to weaponize it is the costume dummy itself. So, you learned in our first part that we did all the animations and all of that, and all the sound, which I should probably publish that sound because it seems like some people were having trouble. I'm just going to publish that right now. That's just... Iron Man SFX. There we go. So of course you're going to need a few things for this creation. That was strange. Alright, so step one. You want to grab yourself this. It's quite a necessity. Grab yourself 1, 2, 3, 4 impulse volumes. We're going to set these off to the side. You also want to grab a rotator and a piston, as well as a state machine and 2 states. You know, that's the deal right there. Now, you want to... hold on. Alright. So, once you have all this stuff, you want to grab yourself one more thing. I think. So you want to grab yourself a toggle button, and then your weapon of choice. So it was not one more thing. Now, your weapon of choice can be anything. I recommend laser weapons highly, because they just work better if you're making an Iron Man suit, unless you're making like a paint man thing. My weapon of choice is going to be the laser burst gun today. Alright, next you're going to need to go into gadgets, grab yourself a roll chip and a roll mapper chip, and of course we're going to need more gizmos and stuff right here, but this is just stuff that you need to have. Name the new roll anything. It doesn't have to be anything, but the one, like, it has to be something. I don't care. Now you want to make that jump height a little bigger when you have this roll. That's just, like, something that's a good thing to do. Maybe even turn up that walk speed, and turn up the sprint speed multiplier a little bit. Alright. Now that we're done with that, we can get into the actual building itself. Now this hand just needs to look like a hand, my friend. So, I'm going to be making a very simple hand. You know, just a nice, simple, robotic hand. This is all you want, bros. It's just very simple. That's all you need. Now you want to grab yourself a thumb. Most of the time I'll just do cubes for thumbs, but that's just because I need to save time. Always do what I'm doing when you're making a hand. It's always around 3 layers. You can get like really fancy and use a hand with a bunch of blocks. However, if you're kind of just being simple with it, then you can do this. Now you want a neon area. Now, when I use neon green, I always use emerald. I don't use the other things. I don't use normal green, but I also don't use what seems to be sage. Or, like... I rarely ever will use turquoise, though. It's kind of green if you put it in glossy plastic, but that's it right there. So we're gonna make these scrub gloves really glow. There we go. Now, of course, you could add some more details later, but we're kind of just going to work with this. I mean, I'll probably just add outlines just to, you know, make it look cool. If you ever want to add outlines, this is the way to do it. You just clone it, and then you make those black, and then you manipulate them so that they're shorter. This is always what I do. It looks nice. It's just simple to do, so that's why I work with this instead of other little things you can do. I mean, I don't really care what you do necessarily. You can do whatever you want with this creation, but yeah. Alright, now, all you need to do here is just kind of, you're going to need to mirror the entire shape itself. I forgot to do outlines on the fingers, so don't mind me. I'm just making some fingers. Alright. I need to stop. Okay, there we go. Now, you just kind of wanna... Now you're done. Alright, so you want to pick one hand to be your gun hand and your flying hand. My right hand is going to be my flying hand, and my gun hand is going to be my left hand. So, what you want to do is grab yourself a paint pistol. Has to be a paint pistol. That's just my recommendation. And you want to grab it. This is where the fun comes in. Grab your rotator. Very simply, just straighten it out here. Now, God, I need to turn on flying. I can't handle this. Yay. Might as well also turn on flying in this new role. If you were doing this in like a public room, you don't do that, but I'm just gonna do it. Okay, now we're gonna start with only one of these babies. And we are going to make it like very fast. The recommended speed for me is 45 to 80. I always do around 75. That's the best I go. And then your max speed 80 if you're doing 75. Always make it like 5 to 10 more. Don't make it too much more. And you want to make it facing in the way that you would fly in this way. So like you'd fly from this bottom thing. So you want it this arrow to face from this bottom thing. So as you can see, I'm just gonna try to imagine. Hold on a sec. Everything is okay. Everything is okay. Alright, now you want to take this, clone it once, so that there's a little bit of room there. Now you want to clone it again, but select both of them. Make sure it's kind of lined up. Then potato. Boom. Now you should get this. Now make sure the one in the very bottom is right next to the little neon thing. Got it? Okay. Now grab this guy. I think I should move this a little more to the left just to be safe that it's like right. There we go. Now you want to put the tip of this rotator as close to that little middle part as you can. Now you want to move it up. If my move will work, and you want to bring it all the way into the middle. Now you want to connect this rotator to all 4 of these guys. Alright, now this part, man, you want to take your toggle button here. You want to set the green arrow to enable. Go boom, boom, boom. There you go. Now you want to turn this guy to 1, negative 150. You want to turn this guy to 1 and 150. Now you're going to set R on this to on here, speed to G here. The green one. Now you want to make the max travel distance very, 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 very large. So around like, 800 is enough. Yeah, that's not going anywhere. Now, of course, maybe it shouldn't have been the speed of 150. Go negative 9999. You're trying to make this work as well as you can make it. Okay. So now, you want to connect the this gizmo to that gizmo. Just go this, that. You can't connect the tip to the rotator. You have to connect the rotator to the tip. And now, you got to do something a little annoying, but it works. So move your little thing right here. Now you want to set it to on and set it to very fast. That is very fast. Now, as you can see, we're working on here. We're working. Now, you want to kind of make it so that the default is that it's on. So make the first state that it's in, preferably the left one, to always be set as on, and then the right one to be set as not on, so that when you press this button, it yeets it right towards you. Oh, frick, I forgot that toggle buttons do that. Frick. God. So maybe, like, deselect that so it's only going to this. Does that work? Yes, it does. Oh, now it doesn't. Toggle back. This is going to be very, very, very painful to work out. Don't make it do this. Don't. Just don't. Please. Now you want to set this when button is toggled on so that this guy goes to this guy. So you want to clench that activate. Now when it goes out, you want it to go to this guy. This should work. So maybe we put the distance a little too far. But that's kind of obvious by this point. So let's not make it that far. You just want it to be, like, really far, but not, like, too really far. Yeah, that's perfect. 150. Yeah, if you're making this, click 150. It should take a few seconds for it to start up, but it works perfectly. Alright, so we're going to set this right here. Now, you want to configure this and make sure that it has enable projectile collision on it, which means that your paint pistol can now shoot this mother trucker. You get me now? I'm pretty sure you should know where this is going. So, you want to set your little paint pistol so that it's right gosh darn in front of that toggle button. Now, you want to freeze that mother sugar, and gonna grab yourself a little scale tool and gonna kind of clamp. First you gotta clamp, always gotta clamp. Connect the pistol to the big guy, and then small tip goes to this dude, and now you wanna select this as well as this, and now make it tiny. Make it shoddy's like a melody kind of tiny, you know what I mean? Alright, so now every time you shoot this, that happens. We're getting progress. Alright. So you want to grab yourself this. You want to move it up. Oh, frick. That's always a problem with moving when you have Maker Pen on, especially with Snap. You want to make sure that it is perfectly straight up. Sorry to people who are not straight. Just kind of, you know the deal. Alright, so you want to put it kind of like right there. Yeah, that's perfect. Now you want to make sure that it's decoration, by the way. Needless to say, it's very important. Alright. Now, you want to add your hand to the clamp here. So as you can see, we got ourselves our little clamp. Frick, I should not have moved that. Now you want to get that tip in there and grab that. Boom. Now, you should have this working. I recommend you turn off the highlight beacon if you are not stupid. So as you can see, every time you pick this up, it is going to kind of... Alright. So as you can see, we have made a simple design here. Shoots it. Oh yeah, it's invisible, I forgot. There we go. Boom. As you can see, it works perfectly. So you can just kind of boom. Alright, so there's only one last thing. Frick. One last thing we need to add here, so we're gonna lift this baby up. Oh shoot, that is big, Yoshi. Okay, so once again, you want to kind of align this with the tip here. Holy crap. Once again, make sure it is perfectly straight. Once again, sorry to the gay people out there, or whatever you are. I don't freaking care. All right, let's bring this baby down, 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 down. Let's freeze that mother shucker. Now you want to attach the piston, which is attached to the rotator. Once again, you have to go from block to tip, not tip to block. Piston and align it with that tip. There we go. Alright, so now it should move. As you can see. Boom. Now that's exciting, ain't it? Now, of course, we may have settled the distance a little too short. We want it to be still long. Not like really long, but long. See, now that's it right there. That's perfect. Alright. Now, we're done with the flying hand. Now, I should not have to explain what you have to do with this hand. It's just blatantly easy. But one more thing, though. You have to add a tag to the gun here. I don't care what you do. I recommend putting the tag, like, fly or right, so that it's easier. I'm going to put the tag fly. Next, add a tag to the gun that you're going to add to this hand, so... We're going to say easy money. Okay, you want to make sure this guy's a little straightforward. You know what I'm about to say, so I'm not even going to say it. Alright, you want to recolor your gun so it's the color of your hand. This isn't a necessity, but it just makes it look better. Now you want to make it small time. Once again, line it up. Make sure that your hand is decoration. Make it as small as it goes. Grab yourself a clamp. Make the big boy this little gun. Nope, not the small, not the hand, the big boy. The gun, the small boy. As you can see, now if we drop our gun, once again, please make sure it's decoration or else it'll have a mental freak out. As you can see, it will require to reload, but all I gotta do then is just pull it down. Unless you have a skin for the... This rifle should look fine unless you have a skin for it. As you can see, we now have a hand. A very threatening hand, in my opinion. You can even hold it with two hands, but then it just destroys you. Stand the frick back! Alright, and we should be done with that factor. Now, if we're gonna be just logical here, we're done. Alright, so let's just make sure that's not right there. Alright, so if you did the whole flying thing right, something very interesting should happen with you. Holy frick! That's the interesting thing. Where did I go? Oh! So, we made the speed fast. It wasn't supposed to be this fast. Oh, shoot, that's far. Oh, who's this guy? Who's this gentleman that I'm seeing? Okay, so you don't want to make it a little too fast. Now, as you can see, you want to put it anywhere, and if you did it right, then when you push this button, these giant spinning impulse volumes should yeet you wherever this hand, well, the bottom part of the hand, is pointed. Now, of course, it's a tricky thing to work with. Oh, what the frick? What are people doing? Which is why I recommend making the speed of the rotators not like lightning. We're just gonna make that a good 500. You don't want it to be unsafely big, so let's actually just go 250. What is the max? Swear to God. 100. Okay? Does this put a smile on your face?
Hello.
This does put a smile on its face. Okay. What's up, bro? Alright. Now this should be now the hands are done, but the actual suit itself isn't done. So as you can see, I got my hands. This is our shooting hand. If you're holding both hands, you can't reload your shooting hand, especially if it's something like that.
You're doing a video on how to weaponize the suit, right?
Yeah, and as you can see, if we press this trigger here, it should yeet us up flying. Now, of course, the flying hand is going to be very hard to work with due to the fact that it's just kind of destroying the world. So, yeah, this is how it works. You want to point it straight ahead if you want to work with it correctly. Now, once again, if it's way too fast, it's going to yeet you to the point where you're not beyond control anymore. It's very, very, very hard to calibrate correctly, which is why you need to be patient with it. So let's try this again. Make it even gosh darn slower.
It practically yeets you around the whole map. Also, today, yesterday, me and my friends did speedrun on Golden, and we got A rank with Crimson and Golden.
Lit. Crimson A rank is actually harder than I think, so I'm surprised. Now you want to make sure.
Yeah. I did a Crimson A rank speedrun, and I got the Soul Talk Guards.
Epic.
I think it's pretty cool.
Alright, so remember, you want to make sure that air control on all of these things is set to 100, because you really want to have air control. So, as you can see, it should be working now. Now, this is good calibration. Let's see how this works. To the mother trucking skies. It didn't shoot. Hold up. To the mother trucking skies. Oh, I don't think that's how this... Oh!
Oh!
It works! Holy crap, this thing works! It works too well! It works too well! Ah! Oh, okay, so you want to point the gun wherever you want to fly. Wherever you point the gun, you will fly in that direction! Ah! The flying hand for your Iron Man suit. That was a little insane. We're just going to ignore that.
We were literally rammed.
Press the trigger.
We were rammed. Oh. Oh.
Oh! Oh!
Man, being rammed.
Where did you... Whoa! Whoa! Is it still on? Okay, okay, you turned it off. It is very... it is very fast. I'm flying the frick out of here, boys! Whee! Holy crap, this is epic. Now, when you're flying, it's very hard to stop it. I'm just gonna keep that in mind. Alright, now we're almost done here. Give me. Now, whatever the custom room is where you're putting this, you want to kind of hide these. And now, you want to grab yourself your left hand for object respawner for your left hand, object respawner for your right hand. Now you want to set it so that once this mother chucker is equipped, you want to have this baby respawn by tag, not ID. Have this mother chucker respawn like that. Now you want to have the right hand set so that it respawns the right hand. I'm pretty sure our right hand was called fly. Is it just fly? Was that what it's called?
I don't know. I just joined randomly, like.
Yes, it is called fly.
Right after.
Make sure that the capitals are there too, by the way. Alright. Now, the other one was called Goon, so we're gonna make it say Goon. Alright. So yeah.
Green player dance.
Yeah. And when you say reset, you want to kind of just, yeah.
But yeah, I'm still pretty surprised that I got A rank on Crimson. Like,
Alright, everybody.
I only get B rank and C rank, and yesterday I got A rank and
Epic.
completed Golden Trophy as well. So now I just need to do another 5 more basketball things. And
I finally got level 30. I'm just
Epic.
saying.
Epic, bro. That's cool. Alright, everybody, so that concludes our tutorial. You all know that the actual contraption itself powers this baby. So once, like, the contraption puts on this costume, it will drop those. Once the contraption puts on the costume, it will spawn in your hands. And boom, you are done now. You have your hands. I can shoot and I can fly. This is concluding... Holy crap. So everyone, this concludes the most janky gosh darn tutorial I've ever had. What are you looking at, punk? What are you looking at?
No.
Oh, I could do this all day.
Yes, I play Jumbotron way too much. I can dodge most of those way.
Oh shoot! I think
He's long gone.
I'm gonna try and shoot him. Oh frick! If you make this a paint weapon, you can use it with one hand. But oh, Jesus Christ! Hey, stop that!
He's just going around everywhere.
Hold on. Hold on.
Ah! Yeah! Ah! Okay, I need to. Where did we go? Oh, there we are. No, that's not it. Okay, here we go. Alright, I'm gonna respawn the hands real quick. That's it. Wait, is this one still turned on? Oh! Yeah, so
Why?
apparently it is. Okay.
God.
So-
He's out.
Oh! There we go. So everybody, that's how to weaponize and fly the crap out of your Iron Man suit. You now have yourself a finished Iron Man suit, which you can add all sorts of accessories to it, which will make it epic gamer. So I hope all of you guys enjoyed this very strange tutorial. So thank you all for watching, and I hope it was. Who are these people?